every Ambazonian know we are live and alive for this special show. Ladies and gentlemen, I come today to inform you this special show is for every Ambazonian at home and abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are just joining, please share and share and share. I want to use this opportunity to thank all our donors, our pledges, and we shall keep you in our mind as we pursue this struggle. You're all welcome to watching your favorite TV station, the ABC Amba TV. So ABC TV is calling on all Ambazonians to register on the ABC Amba Club. You all know the club is you can go on abcambatv.org and you can register and you can be a member of the club. Thank you very much. Remember, ABC Amba TV is the only liberation TV in Ambazonia that connect with you guys, connect with our people back on ground zero, and we help to inform our members and our people and educate them about the struggle. So please, if you're just joining, hit your share button. Let every Ambazonian know we are live on ABC Amba TV. Ladies and gentlemen, today our show is focused on what has been going on for the past week. And before we start, I want us to have some peace and rain for those our Ambazonian children and family that were massacred in Kumba. We shall have a minute of silence, and I'm going to be calling the names of those children that were massacred while we have a minute of silence. Thank you very much. Victory Kami Bon, Anamjin Jennifer, Ngwesom Princess, Chetelma Changwi, Zakame Rema, Shenya Cindy, Munge Remy. May the soul of those departed children rest in perfect peace. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have very important panelists. You all know Comrade Larry Dancy. You all know Comrade Sama Thomas. Comrade Larry, are you ready?
Yes, I'm right here, Comrade Freeze. I'm very privileged to be invited here today, and I'm very happy to be on ABC today, since it is here that we have to come and tell our people what is going on in the revolution and update our ground zero, and maybe talk about some cautions that they have to take and precautions that they have to take and what we are facing with the revolution. Once more, I want to thank all our restoration forces on the ground for their resilience, particularly the 7 katas of Bafut, the Bui warriors, the Ngokitunja defense forces, our restoration forces in Ngokitunja, those in Fako, those in Meme, those in Lebiele, Manyo, Momo, Mezam, and we can name them. So we want to thank them for the marvelous job that they are doing and the resistance that they are keeping on the ground. Secondly, we want to thank all our civilians on ground zero for the support and resistance and everything that they are doing to keep the revolution up and running. Once more, fellow Ambazonians, I am privileged to be here today. I think this show is going to be a wonderful one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Comrade Larry. If Comrade Sama is ready, Comrade Sama, are you ready?
Hello?
Yeah, thank you. Welcome, Comrade Sama.
Okay, that shows that you people can hear me.
Yeah, we are hearing you 5 on 5.
5 on 5.
Okay, good evening, fellow panelists and fellow Southern Cameroonians. Today is another day for us to meet and one or two issues that are plaguing our country. I think this program is an intuitive program for all of us to know who we are for it is nothing. It is said that if you don't know who you are, you will never do anything to protect your personality. And that is the situation that the people of the Southern Cameroons have been going through for the past 60 years. And we need to keep the record straight now, once and for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Samad. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining, you can hit your share button and let's unite today for this wonderful show. So let me start with this information that happened last week with one of these guys called himself Moja Moja. This guy is going around calling himself a chief, and he's causing a lot of trouble down there in Boya. And I was so happy when we heard that the Southwest chiefs have disowned him because of his running his mouth all over the place. So I want to ask our panelists about this issue. What do you think about this guy, Moja Moja? You know, he called himself going around calling for people to, to be disunited. Through his messages, he was making a lot of issue, saying that he's the chief of Boassa, the Boassa village, but he was trying to sow seed of discord among Ambazonians. Larry, can you say something about this guy?
Yeah, Comrade Freeze, fellow Ambazonians, fellow Southern Cameroonians. This is a very pertinent issue that is going to take me some time to brief Ambazonian on so many things. Because this issue of enablers is a very serious issue in our revolution, which we need to keep our people well informed so that people should know what is going on, what is transpiring, and what to take and what not to take. Fellow Ambazonians, this same question came up on my reflections on last Thursday. We talked about it. We are still talking about it today because as we talk every day, new things are coming up and we will have to keep the people updated. But one thing I want to tell every enabler, whosoever you may be, is that there is a saying that when you sell your friend, your buyer will not trust you. If you sell your people, if you sell the revolution of Ambazonia, La Republique that is buying it is not going to trust you. Anybody who doubts me, I will refer you to the picture of Success Congo and Dr. John Gute. When Success Congo and Elise Smith took Nambere from Nigeria and sold him to La Republique, later he had a picture with John Gute. For those who watch that picture, go again and watch that picture and see the body language of Success Congo and that of John Gute. It will tell you that the buyer is not even interested sitting with the seller because the buyer knows that the seller is dangerous. So when you sell a struggle like us, you choose to be an enabler. One thing that I have to tell you is that your buyer does not trust you, because if you can sell your own brothers, if you can preach division between your own brothers, then why about a stranger? That is the question that every buyer will always ask himself about the seller. So when you sell your people, remember the buyer is not going to trust you. They might behave before you as if they like what you are doing just because they are interested in what they want to buy from you, but they don't trust you because they know you are evil. Let me tell all enablers of the Ambazonia Revolution, the buyer, La Republique du Cameroon, whom you choose to think that they are going to like what you are doing, they don't trust you because they know you are evil. What Monja did I asked this question last week. Did this man ask the question, what happened to Franklin Jumbe? Because that was the same message that Franklin Jumbe was orchestrating. At the end of the day, which treatment did Franklin Jumbe receive from La République du Cameroon? We overheard Success Congo crying over social media about the treatment that was given to Franklin Jumbe, who was preaching the same division that Monja is preaching. At this point, I want to take Ambazonians, Comrade Fritz, I will plead, this is very interesting. This morning while I was coming back from work, I received an audio from a comrade from Ground Zero. This audio is very, very important because some of these things have been happening. We don't know where they are coming from. From this audio, Ambazonians are going to confirm where this division of this preaching of division, these counter reactions are coming up. From this audio, we are now going to see why some people go on local TV to tell the world that Ambazonians are divided. From the audio, I came to the conclusion that when we see some people go on this local TV like the Equinox STV to talk how the Ambazonian revolution is divided, they do it intentionally. They do it intentionally to remind the world, to remind the international community that our revolution, we are divided and we are fighting against each other. Can you give me some time? Let's Ambazonian listen to this.
It's not audible.
We come of ideas or WhatsApp groups. Create WhatsApp groups when only
it's not coming out.
It's not clear.
Okay, let me see.
So let's move. Let's move to Comrade Sama Thomas. Can you come in here, because this issue of this guy called Moja has been very, very divisive in terms of his utterances that he has been making, and the Boya conference and the chiefs around Boya have disowned this guy, call himself Moja, the chief of Wasa. What do you think about this guy, Comrade Sama?
Well, this is not the first time that such persons are coming up in the Southern Cameroon's struggle. Before, in the Southern Cameroon, we didn't have anything called the Northwest Chiefs Conference and the Southwest, or we call it Suela or whatsoever thing. But after multi-party events in the Southern Cameroons, that forces La République to accept multi-party system, which they didn't till today. They don't understand the meaning of multi-party system. When that was done, La République had to go behind to cook up some people, to buy off some enablers, to lies the so-called multi-party. It was a La République inclusive. I will start with this incident of the Northwest Force Conference. When the Northwest Force Conference was formed, La République du Cameroon had to come up with Doga Wayin to form something else out of the Northwest Chiefs Conference, and created his own chiefs that were not chiefs to challenge the Northwest Chiefs Conference. It is the same scenario that is going on today. First of all, Southern Cameroon should be aware that there is nothing like the Northwest Chiefs Conference and the Southwest Chiefs Conference. These are all acronyms of La République's making so as to divide us the more. That is why when legitimate people come up with that idea, La République Cameroon will make a counterfeit to counter the original copy of what is supposed to be. So Moja Moja is not a new case, so far as I know. I've been too long in the SCNC to understand the role of Mr. Moja Moja. In 2002 or 3 or so, Leke Chodo and late Wanchan Thomas and one chief Isaac
Oben
were brought to form a renegade arm of the SCNC to withdraw the Southern Cameroon's case that was pending in front of the African People's Right and Charter in Banjul, that they should go and that they were negotiating with the SCNC back at home. So that case was not relevant again in front of the African Union. But when these guys went there, they were chased out of that court. And La Republic was rebuked that you don't want to face these people in front of an international arena, and you keep on playing games by coming up with fraudulent organizations that you are negotiating with these people. We are not going to listen to all those games that you are playing. So Moja Moja, it is only La Republic will never be tired. But Southern Cameroonians as a people, they have to understand that these situations will never come to an end until the day that will get out of this mess. Anybody that thinks that this enablers will cease from being, they should be advised that even the day that will be in Boya celebrating our liberation, there will still be people like the incumbent people who never wanted to have anything in common with life. But unfortunately for the same people are the ones that went, if not because of them, for since this revolution took another turn, Nkambe has been serving as a cankerworm that is destroying the marrow. But these are the same people that never wanted us to public. They are the same people. We are now fighting to get out of the Republic. They are saying, no, we join them, which they were against. They want now to be inside, to be in, and want to get out. We will never like these people. But what matters is the few committed that have pulled along with them, the majority, will succeed. No organization, no liberation has ever succeeded without enablers. If Southern Cameroonians think that they will do without this class of people, then we are daydreaming.
Thank you very much, Comrade Sama. I want to reiterate this aspect because some of these chiefs have been saying to Ambazonia to come and conduct a very frivolous election. I don't know whether it's a regional election that they are trying to create or whatever, but I know the election has been banned by the IG. So there's no election whatsoever. But let's talk about it because enablers, these chiefs are also enablers. Coming to organize elections in where there's war going on, where there are no schools, people have issues, you come to organize the regional election for what? Comrade Larry, I want you to come in here because these chiefs are part of those enablers, trying to enable the La Republic to achieve their goal of neo-colonization.
Yeah, Comrade Fries and Comrade Sama, Sama had just mentioned something that we have been treating it at a shallow level. I want us to treat this issue to the deepest level because from the audio that leaked from the camp, which Mr. Sama is describing, that each time there is something, La Republic will create their own counter, as he created in the so-called Northwest Chiefs, using Fondo, Guanye, or Balikumbat. So, as our revolution is moving, fellow Ambazonians, you are going to get it today from the horse's own mouth that La Republic created a well-structured organization within us that infiltrated all WhatsApp groups, acting in our names, pretending to be us, but countering everything that we do, and then giving the impression to the international community and to our people on ground zero and in the diaspora that we are divided. From this audio, I'm going to use the tablet. This time I hope it will be okay.
And say, wow, the fighter Amba Force and Amba Tv with the effective become of the ideas of groups or WhatsApp groups.
The audio is not really coming out. I don't know what's wrong with the audio. It's not really coming out.
Amba fighters.
The audio is
let
not
me say
coming out. So what I would suggest is you should send it to the technical desk for them to do a proper, auditing, so that it can be very loud and people can listen.
Okay. Let me just say what this guy is saying. This guy should be the guy in the UK who is called My Country People. They have a whole structure. What he is saying in this audio is that their plan, they have succeeded in two of their moves. One of their moves was to disguise like Ambazonians. One group would be in the diaspora, one group would be on ground zero. The group on ground zero will be to infiltrate our restoration forces. I am saying this because all LGHS to take special note. This audio is going to spread widely. County chairs, even right up to the interim government, everybody to take special note. This is a very serious leakage. They are saying that they created one group on ground zero to infiltrate our restoration forces, and they claim that they succeeded, that most of our forces have been killed. They created another group in the diaspora to infiltrate all the WhatsApp groups and then forge the signature of right up to Dr. Sako, Chris Anu, and anybody that sent any letter to any organization internationally. Each time we see this documents in the name of Dr. Sako, they are coming from these guys. So they have infiltrated all WhatsApp group, they forged documents, and then they said anytime, it is in the audio, anytime that we send any letter internationally, they must make sure they send a counter letter to make sure that, according to them, the international community to understand that not every, they call it, not every Anglophone is an Ambazonian. That not every Anglophone is a Southern Cameroonian or is a supporter of the Ambazonian struggle. That is their intention. Their intention is to tell the world, and they spell it categorically, this guy spell it categorically in the audio, that we are divided. And they want to make sure they preach to the world that we are divided. Therefore, sometimes when you see these people go on ABC TV, on STV, and Equinox TV, and whatsoever TVs in La Republique, and preaching and talking about how the revolution is divided, they are doing it intentionally. They are doing it intentionally. Like what Dr. Barrister Sue was telling, I don't know what he has in mind, but some of them do it intentionally. What this guy, who I suspect to be coming from My Country People, is that they have a well-structured group that have infiltrated all WhatsApp group, and they are gathering information. They have forged the signature of Dr. Sako. They have forged the signature of Secretary Chris. Any document that Dr. Sako comes out, they come out with another format of that document carrying the signature of Dr. Sako. It is on the audio. So, what people have been preaching.
I want us to move forward because of time. Due to time, and I'm just getting information. So let's move forward, because we shall forward those information to the security desk so that they can work on that, because we have a lot of topics to cover today. Please, so just sorry about that. So can we just move forward due to time? For the question that I was asking, that aspect of these chiefs going to conduct election in southern Cameroon, and they are being paid by La Republic to come and conduct election. I want us to talk on this issue because the election is coming ahead, I think December next month. So it's a very critical and very pertinent issue that we have to talk about. Yes, Comrade Larry, you can go ahead.
Yeah, from the last two shows that I participated on ABC TV, this issue of chiefs and funds is something that our people on ground zero have categorically, from all the calls that we receive from ground zero, our people don't want them anymore. Whether they are coming for reconciliation or for what, they have categorically said they should stay where they are. Their lives are not secure, and they are not going to treat them kindly if they ever step their leg on Ambazonia. Not to talk of coming for elections. They are even talking of even returning to Ambazonia. So when they are even coming with a message of elections, which we have declared that no elections organized by La Republique du Cameroon should take place on the land of Ambazonia. Anybody, whether you are a fund or you are not a fund, we are saying here that no elections organized by La Republique will take place on the south of Ambazonia. For the funds, it will be a double crime for you to even return and then returning it with a message of an election. That would be a double crime, because the people on ground zero, they don't even want your return anymore. And then not for you to talk of returning with a message about elections organized by La Republique. I think your punishment will be very devastating. So the message to the funds is that you are no more wanted. We have to spell it the way the people on ground zero want us to say it. The message is that they don't want them anymore, not to talk of coming with a message about elections in Ambazonia. And to all Ambazonians, with the so-called regional elections organized by La Republique du Cameroon, the interim government have said it categorically clear. We are not going to welcome any such thing in the land of Ambazonia. Southern Cameroon was not, Southern Cameroon is not, Southern Cameroon shall never be an integral part of La Republique du Cameroon. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Larry. Comrade Sama, I want you to come in here when it comes to this issue that we are facing with this Wiba statement. You remember, Honorable Wiba made a statement last time, and I listened to one of your audio, Comrade Sama. You explained to Wiba about the importance of having both government from diaspora and government, and not government from ground zero. So can you talk much about this? Because when I listened to the audio, it was very impressive. It was very catchy when you talk about how Wiba doesn't understand this revolution. You know, he has been to UK for long, and he forgets to know that he is a revolutionarist, and he should know that people in ground zero are facing the guns and the sword. And how can he say that people in ground zero should have a government and should be leading this revolution when their life is at stake?
I don't understand. From time immemorial, I've been looking at the divisional class of the Southern Cameroons and having trouble with all these people. I used to ask myself, how I become the person talking about the plight of the Southern Cameroon people, of which the educated ones were completely out of the picture. It is because they always regard themselves as being the brokers, and they can maneuver their way into La Republic system with a lot of ease at the detriment of all. It seems Mr. Weber is still, though he's now in the UK, he had worked with that system and knows how to go with it. He got a lot of contacts in that system and can still find his way back into that system at any given moment. That is why till this moment that we are talking, Mr. Weber hasn't taken a firm position on what he wants for his people. Let me go back to Mr. Weber's utterances about the Southern Cameroons, talking about reorganizing Ground Zero and whatsoever thing that Ground Zero should take over the leadership of the struggle. I will want to remind Mr. Weber that the PLO leadership was never formed in Palestine. That movement was formed in Tunisia or Morocco, if I'm not mistaken, but I believe it's in Tunisia that Arafat was and formed the PLO, which the African Union, the Palestinian people should all be thankful to the African Union for giving them an observer status. From giving them that observer status, the African Union now pushed for PLO to be admitted and given an observer status at the United Nations. It was done by the AU and from the diaspora and not in Palestine. I want to remind Mr. Weber of the leader of the East Timori people. I don't know if it's his name, Mr. Ramaskota, the first president of East Timor. He was leading the East Timori revolution while in Australia and not in East Timor. He won a Nobel Peace Prize in Australia while fighting for the liberation of East Timor. But for Mr. Weber, he thought that the people of the Southern Cameroons must be headed by someone in Ground Zero. Why didn't Mr. Weber, for he had been in Europe only for 2 years, he knew that leadership was to come from Ground Zero. Why didn't he stay put in Ground Zero and declare himself with a platform, the popular platform that he was running then? Why didn't he declare himself the leader of the Southern Cameroons revolution? He waited until when he jumped ship. He's now in England and he's talking about the reorganization of Ground Zero. I reorganized Ground Zero as far back, I started reorganizing Ground Zero as far back 1991. Before leaving in 2005, Mr. Weber left just 2 years ago. Why didn't he organize Ground Zero before leaving? It's only now that they are done to him that he needs to organize Ground. Who is going to organize Ground Zero that you are not there to talk about organizing Ground Zero? Secondly, Mr. Weber should know that the people of Ground Zero lack the means to finance this struggle. So they must depend on the diaspora to finance this struggle. So we must work hand in hand. Ground Zero cannot succeed without the diaspora, like the diaspora cannot also succeed without Ground Zero. Until we understand these two dimensions, then we'll know how to move forward. But thinking that one can supersede and dictate to the other, well, if Ground Zero wants to dictate to the diaspora, we'll say, okay, we withhold our funds. You people should raise funds and do whatever thing that you people want to do. If the diaspora wants to dictate to Ground Zero will say, okay, you people hold your funds. We will not fight again. Who by the end of the day is going to get? La Republic du Cameroon. So all these people that are coming in, these members of the coalition for surrender and whatsoever thing called dialogue, which Mr. Weber is part of it, these are the type of people that La Republic is sponsoring. to destabilize and divert our attention. And Southern Cameroonians must beware of such persons that are sending divisive signals out there. No matter how stupid you are, always be able to deduce from what somebody is saying if what he's saying got substance before you take it to use it or to tell it to the next fellow standing by your side. Or else, these are deceitful people that you need not to trust. And Mr. Weber is one of them that Southern Cameroonians must not trust even for a second.
Thank you very much, Comrade Sama. That was a good one because many people listened to that audio and everybody was in dismay that how can Mr. Weber say this? Honorable Weber is a fighter. Comrade Larry, this issue of Frundi, I want you to give us a little information here because I don't understand. Frundi is still a chairman of his ADF that we have been supporting for long, and we thought that Frundi, during this time of crisis, Frundi will come to our rescue. But Frundi has been shying away from this struggle, and instead he's calling the Amba boys that they are witch doctors. I don't understand what Frundi is trying to do here, because when Ezia was created in the early 90s, we were there behind Frundi. We supported him, but now that we need his support, he's not coming behind us. So, Larry, can you tell us a little bit about this? What do you think we can do? Because Frundi is not with us, and he needs to understand that we are Ambazonians.
Yeah, Comrade Fritz, thank you for giving me this opportunity. There was one thing I said last week on Thursday, that we all have consciences. Our consciences have different prices. We are three of us here. Some conscience can cost trillions of dollars, while your own conscience is only $10. Meaning that with $10 you can sell the whole struggle. But you need about 3 trillion before someone to sell the struggle. So these people, some of them have cheap consciences that immediately you offer something, you're about their conscience. This is somebody, John Frundi is the last person I could have thought that if somebody was going to turn his back against us, John Frundi was going to be the last. Because the same people Frundi is turning their backs against them today is the same people who fought and protected him in the 90s.
Of course.
The same military that killed those people who were protecting him in the 90s are the military that are now protecting Frundi. How can we describe such a thing in the name of God? Frundi is already across the bridge. It is not a case that we should count on anymore. It is not a case that we should be talking about. It is a disturbing case if we have to look back at Frundi. It will be very frustrating, and somebody might turn to commit murder, because there are people that if you leave Frundi on the street of Bamenda, what I will tell you is that they will murder Frundi. What about those whose arms were dilapidated by tear grenade in the 90s? How do you think they look at Frundi? What about the Mamita Kumbangs? All these Samari were his vanguard, protecting him. That is the same person fighting against them, fighting against us today. The same Frundi that was, because of Frundi, Bamenda suffered what they call curfew. I remember I was in Form 3 at the time. There was a whole time that we did not go to school for almost the whole year, summer, right?
Right.
But today, Frundi now see going to school as if It is a very new story. I mean, and people like Weber. That is why last week I said, as Samajo said, that we started organizing Ground Zero since the 91s. I told Weber that when we were busy putting on LGA prisons and structures and so on, they were living luxury in the SDF.
Yes.
And today they come out to tell us, oh, it is not organized. It's a shame. It's a shame to talk about this man called Frundi.
Yes.
I remember about 2006, fellow Ambazonians. In 2006, Dr. Mfao, I think with Pastor Stephen D. Pastor Stephen D was still alive at the time. They called us youths.
So, excuse me, point of correction. Pastor Stephen D died around 2003 or 2004. For I buried Pastor Stephen D before living. I left in 2005. Okay. So Pastor D should have died in 2004 or 2003.
There was the last presidential election that took place, and then they were contemplating that Frundi was going to join the government. They called us at Cow Street and said, you guys should rally the youth, go to Frundi's compound and tell Frundi that what he is about to do is very devastating to the Southern Cameroon struggle. We were 43 of us. Sheikh Kavi was one. I led the group. We got into Frundi's compound. At his gate, there was security. The compound was full after the elections. We took permission. Frundi asked them to let us in. The first thing that Frundi said in his compound when we got in was, we came to take him hostage. How can you be taking somebody hostage after passing through his security? That guy you see, Frundi, is not a man you can deal with. He's an evil idiot. After passing and taking permission through his security, he accused us of taking him hostage in his compound with more than 1,000 people in the compound at the time. With so many security guards, Frundi accused us. This is the question that Frundi asked me. If I go into my house and bring a gun and give you to remove, there is a pear tree in front of his house. Say, if I give you this gun to take out the branch of that pear tree, can you do it? I said, no. He said, why? He said, I'm not trained. He said, that is the reason why I don't want to go to war. I said, yes. But for us to, when you were taking in the SDF in the 90s, you did not ask those who went to the street if they were armed, if they were trained to fight the forces of La République. At the time, you saw yourself being tried to be the president of La République. And you did not care those who were on the street with empty hands fighting against the forces of La République du Cameroon with arms. Now you now see the reason why they were supposed to carry arms. Because you no longer go with what we are saying. When I returned back, Frundi asked me he gave his complimentary card that I should go and put everything that we have, our grievances on paper, that he was going to present it to NEC, which we did. I remember Pastor Fundi dictated the memo that we presented to Frundi. Later, a 4-man delegation was sent to Frundi. Chief Ayamba, Chinko Fidelis, Prince Binglo Hila, and Pa Hendrinya to go and tell Frundi that we have mobilized. Please, the people are with you. Can you come and lead? Frundi categorically stated to them, he is not in support of any Southern Cameroon restoration quest. Ambazonians, Frundi is not. He stated to Pa Hendrinya, Chico Fidelis, Chief Ayamba, and Prince Binglo Hila that he is not. He made it clear that he is not. So if Frundi is saying anything today, he is just pretending. Let's let this man go. He is a citizen of La République, and we will treat him as a citizen of La République. We can already see he is being protected by the security forces of La République. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade.
Let me add something there before we move forward.
Yeah.
In 2002 or 3 or so, Joseph Owona visited Mr. Frundi. When he rented his house at the Commercial Avenue to PMUC. Some of us agitated. How comes the PMUC that you condemn, which is a French company, and we are condemning Capital Flight, had passed all the houses along the Commercial Avenue, and it is only Mr. Fundi's house. And by that time, the Mancon Cultural Center, which is now occupied by the British Library, was still free, which the PMUC could have as well rented that house. But they left that house after Mr. Owona left to go and get Mr. Fundi's property. When we asked, he said he's a businessman and his house is out of business. The PMUC came and he gave them as the highest bidder. We said, oh, they gave you, they came openly to bribe you, refuse, but they came behind the door and you receive it. So you've taken your own share. He refused. Within 2 years after, Frundi held a rally and said he wants to go and sit near Mvogmeka. I don't know if people call that thing Mvogmeka at the presidency there. That he wants to get up in the morning and see Mr. Paul Biya across the hill.
Yes.
So as to challenge Mr. Paul Biya. That piece of plot and the house in that place was built by La Republique and given to Frundi. He never bought that piece of land. They handed it over to him, but he deceived the Southern Cameroon people by saying that he bought that piece of plot. And even if he did, where did Frundi got that money to buy that piece of plot? The French have does a lot of arms twisting with Mr. Frundi. They asked La Republique, you must place this guy under a salary. And Mr. Frundi was placed under that salary. When he was placed under that salary with other incentives, he had to move over to Yaoundé so that everything that is transpiring in his house with La Republique and the French, the Bamenda people should be out of the scene. That is why today you cannot tell Frundi that the purpose of the SDF was to liberate Southern Cameroon. He will tell you no, because he knows that if he accepts that position, the Southern Cameroon people were going to gradually shift him or scrutinize him for what he's doing. So to be served from not being scrutinized by the Southern Cameroon people, he should keep himself completely out of the Southern Cameroon struggle, despite the fact that Frundi had always been an advisor from day one that the SNC was formed. He was part of the advisory council of the SNC, of which had never participated in one advisory meeting. He had never contributed a dime in the Southern Cameroon struggle. That is the devil we've been dealing with since from time immemorial.
Thank you, Comrade Sama. I want us to talk a little bit about this issue that you mentioned of collaboration, and you talk a little bit about the negotiation of these guys. They call themselves the Coalition for Dialogue and Negotiation, or what they are trying to do. But I want us to try to contrast them with the Swiss-led negotiation. We all know that the Swiss-led negotiation is the main negotiating body that is trying to make sure that we go to the negotiation table. And they have one goal, to make sure that we negotiate our exit, our peaceful exit. There's no other thing that the Swiss-led negotiation is going to talk about. Then these guys come now, they say they are the guys from dialogue and negotiation. They brought a kind of survey. That survey has some questions. And in that question, they're asking people that, do you want to become independent, or do you want a federation, or do you want decentralization? I was very taken aback. Comrade Sama, can you say something about this?
This issue of survey about the Southern Cameroonian people's quest for whatever thing La Republique wants. We've conducted this survey as far back 1992. we carried out what was called the signature referendum in the Southern Cameroons. And in that signature referendum, we got more than 99%. We got more than 99% of the Southern Cameroon people say that they don't want anything in common again with La République du Cameroon. With the passage of time, that number has quadrupled, if I am not mistaken. There is no Southern Cameroon that will want to have anything in common again with La République du Cameroon. But let me dwell on something here. The Southern Cameroon's case has never gotten the listening ear of the international community the way it has done this time around. All along, we have been discussing ourselves. 4 years ago, up till this present moment that we are talking, the international community had been listening with their ears on the ground and proposing solutions on how to go about with the whole situation. And it is the only way out of this mess that we find ourselves into. In this regard, instead for Southern Cameroonians of good conscience, if at all they are, to say no, we already have a situation that the international community had backed, which is the only way out. Let us back it. They say no, we should sit and dialogue amongst ourselves, talking amongst ourselves to come out with a solution to the problem. What was the purpose of AAC1 in Mount Mary in 1993 and AAC2 in Bamenda in 1994? That was an occasion that Southern Cameroonians met, talked, dialogue among themselves, and gave La République a reasonable time frame that after this time, if people refuse to respect the Boya Proclamation and the Bamenda Declaration of 1993 and 1994, we are going to restore our statehood. When that restoration of the statehood is declared and restored, we cannot as a people sit to dialogue again amongst ourselves, but we need a third party to come and mediate or dialogue between the people of the Southern Cameroon and La République du Cameroon and not Southern Cameroon sitting among themselves to stop anything other than this. Whosoever that is selling that idea out there that we can sit again and dialogue amongst ourselves, that person has something to hide in his cupboard. He is being sponsored by La République du Cameroon, so that time has long elapsed, and we've sat and talked amongst ourselves and come up with resolutions and positions on how to go about this thing, and La République du Cameroon inviting the third party and not people milking the waters saying that they can still do it. Why haven't they done it for the past 30 years?
Yes.
And the thing that it is now that they can do something.
Thank you, Comrade Sama. This is a very important point. I don't understand. One of our comrades made an audio, Comrade UN. I listened to that audio. He said that it's like a cat. When you give a cat food to eat, on a plate and there's a cup of water, the cat is going to respect those plates and that water. But if you give a pig that same, the pig would turn it inside mud and trying to. So he was saying in reference to these guys called themselves Coalition for Dialogue and so Comrade Larry, can you really tell us why is it that these people, they have a path that we are trying to. The Swiss has a very good reputation when it comes to negotiation. I don't understand what these people think. Many conflicts around the world has been resolved and negotiated by the Swiss. So I don't understand what they're trying to do when they're trying to create something else, imaginary. No country even supports it. The Canadians are supporting this dialogue. The USA is behind it. UK, everybody's behind it. Comrade Larry.
Yeah, Comrade Freeze, as Mr. Sama mentioned before, if we continue to refuse the fact that these people are linked to La République du Cameroon, then we are not speaking the truth to our own selves. You can imagine a situation where La République, Paul Biya will appoint somebody, a minister today, a minister without a ministry, and his or her head office is at Mount Febe Hotel. And from that day of appointment, the whole of that family, just because of a single appointment, then you can know how much cheap some people are to buy over. There are people that think that they are so desperate. I want to mention a group of people in Ambazonia. These people who call themselves doctors, for me, let me say in the PG here, now the worst people where I get them inside the revolution. Why? Because these people, Ground Zero cannot provide them the opportunity that they have with respect to their academics as they claim. And then when they come to the diaspora, they don't have those opportunities. So the only problem is to go home and start trying to lobby for ministerial appointment or appointment from the government. In order to do that, the only opportunity that La République makes appointment to Ambazonians in their government is that you have to be against the Southern Cameroon struggle. That is why you see most of them that are trying to gain some favor from La République because they are jobless. They don't have the jobs. And then they cannot go down to ride Okada because they will say, oh, na doctor that they ride Okada. So, and they cannot go down to primary school teachers. They don't have the opportunities on the ground. The only thing they have to do is they have to be getting involved in dirty politics in Yaoundé in order to call themselves, I be doctor this, I be doctor that. This one has some very bad class who will get inside the revolution, and this confusion is caused by most of these people. When you hear this coalition of these Ambazonians, all these are agents of La République du Cameroon. Anybody who thinks that Ambazonia can sit on the table with La République du Cameroon with a third party, that day I will stop talking about the revolution. Because the people are expert in manipulation. They are expert in manipulation. There is no way we are going to deal with them without a third party and succeed. This is the truth.
Yes.
And this group is only trying to create an environment where we will sit with La République without a third party. Who has ever defeated Biya in the history of Cameroon? Who? Biya and France manipulate over everybody. Who is Isha Churuma? Who is Bello Buba Magari? Who is Frundi? Now look at Kamtu. Kamtu, who was pulling where is Kamtu today? Paul Biya has manipulated and he's trashed it out. You cannot defeat this guy in Yaoundé. So there is no way we can sit with Paul Biya in Yaoundé without a third party and succeed. So anybody who is against any sitting on with a third party is a makeup agent of La République du Cameroon, fellow Ambazonians. That is what they are. So let's disregard their preaching. There is no way they can prove to, there's no way you can tell me that you would leave a negotiating table that is supported by the United Nations, the United States, Canada, Britain, African Union, Commonwealth, and go for a negotiation with a majority with high-level diplomacy and financial manipulation more than you. Who can go for that? So these people, there is no way we can say it. There are not two ways. They are agents of La République, as Comrade Sama said. And we have got from this video that we are going to share that each time we have something, La République du Cameroon create an anti in that same form.
Comrade Sama, yeah, thank you, Larry. Comrade Sama, I want you to, following this, the Canadian High Commissioner statement that he made that secession is unrealistic for Ambazonians. But I want to come here and ask if the Quebec is a minority group, just like Ambazonia in La République, in that kind of confederation that they have. But if he's saying Quebec voluntarily voted to be in Canada, Quebec was never forced to be in Canada. Why is it different for us that we cannot be asked to choose if we want to stay with La République or not? Because this Canadian commissioner made that statement last time, and everybody was going gaga. So I want you to come in, Comrade Sama.
Well, I'm not even annoyed with that guy's position. Let me make a point here and put something straight. Quebec is not a minority group in Canada. The reason being that Quebec is an entity. Quebec is a country like Ottawa, which is the capital of Canada, is a country. Canada is a country, all the same like Quebec is a country. So Quebec is not a minority group. Even if Quebecans are only 2 of them in that union, it does not cancel their identity as a people. So the Southern Cameroons is not a minority in La République. The Fang people are a minority group in La République Cameroon. The Bamilikis are a minority group in La République Cameroon. But the Southern Cameroonian people are a people with distinct background that you cannot suppress it and you term it to be a minority group within another country. The Southern Cameroon is a country by our own study. We have our own minority group issues. The Mangon people are a minority group in the Southern Cameroons. The Bali people are a minority group in the Southern Cameroons. So we have our own minority group issues. The Southern Cameroon is talking about an issue of occupation. The Canadian government and that Canadian ambassador in Yaoundé should be informed that if I am not mistaken, I read elsewhere that there was a time after America had finished with England, in the States of America, they wanted to cross over to Canada. The Canadians fought the Americans bitterly not to occupy Canada and declare America as a United States inclusive with Canada as part. Why didn't Canada at that given time surrender their sovereignty to the United States?
Right.
Canada in landscape today is bigger than the United States. In population, it is just nothing as compared. For it seems I heard Canada is about 30 million people. America is 320 something million. Why can't Canada say, because we have a few in number, join the United States, which is a bigger party, being our neighbor? Why don't we just merge ourselves with them and surrender our sovereignty? And they think it is only the people of Southern Cameroons. First of all, it seems that that Canadian ambassador is not even supposed, he's not a diplomat. For all diplomats will be able to differentiate between a secessionist movement and a restorationist movement. The people of Kosovo seceded from Serbia because Kosovo was part and parcel of Yugoslavia. So they seceded from there. But the Southern Cameroonian people, as far back 1916, when the Germans were defeated in the German Cameroon in 1913, the Southern Cameroon ceased to be part of what was the German colony of Cameroon. From that day, let me come back to something here, because I've mentioned something. It just crept into me. The British have been conspiring to sell the Southern Cameroons. Immediately, the League of Nations handed the Southern Cameroons over to the British. Because there is a question I'm asking myself today. Why did the United Nations in 1948 pass a resolution warning the British not to merge the Southern Cameroons into Nigeria or any other neighboring country? It therefore means the British have seen a certain potential in the Southern Cameroons, which they wanted, but the people were agitating against the British not to own the land or dictate their way of life in this land, so they were bent on destroying everything about these people. The second question that came to mind was, why did the British choose to balkanize the British Cameroons? And why did the United Nations also, or the United Nations chose to endorse the British balkanization of the British Cameroons while passing a separate resolution on the people of Southern Cameroons and a separate resolution on the people of Northern British Cameroons? These are the questions that I'm asking myself today, which I cannot give answers to them. But the elephant in the room is, why did the British choose to merge the Southern Cameroons endorsed by the United Nations to Nigeria or any other neighboring country? And what had the United Nations done with Resolution 224 of 18 or 20 September, paragraph 18, that prohibited the British from annexing the Southern Cameroons in Nigeria or any other neighboring country? They've never revoked that resolution. What have become of that resolution, and why are the people of the Southern Cameroons annexed here today? Let that Canadian ambassador tell us if this resolution declares the independent personality of the Southern Cameroons before he can term us secessionists. One, the people of the Southern Cameroons must be expecting any of these people that have interest with Yaoundé to come out publicly that they support the people of the Southern Cameroons to leave Yaoundé. For all of them are in Yaoundé because they have a business with Yaoundé, and that business, the jewels of that business is in the Southern Cameroons. For Yaoundé got nothing, and they will not endeavor to antagonize Yaoundé and lost their gold mine. So the people of the Southern Cameroons should disregard all the utterances coming from that guy in Yaoundé and from Thibault Nash. If Thibault Nash thinks that what he's saying is correct, let him tell the American government that they were wrong to seek for independence from the British. When British was in occupation of America, they should go back and ask the Queen to come and occupy America and let America go under the leadership of the Queen of England before they can now tell the people of the Southern Cameroons they don't need independence.
Well, I just have one message for the High Commissioner. Ambazonia will never accept recolonization, period. We'll never go back there. We'll fight till we reach Boya. Comrade Larry, I want you to come in here because Thibault Nash has been having some mix of comments in the past months. One time he said that the La Republic government cannot win this war. Then the other time he come back, he said the diaspora has a role to play in this revolution. Then the other time we hear him talking about some kind of negotiation, with the La Republic government. So I don't understand. Is he trying to play the diplomatic game or what?
Yeah. Dear comrades, fellow Southern Cameroonians, these people that we are all talking here are diplomats. By profession, they are lawyers. Yes, they are diplomats by their job, but by professional training, they are lawyers. So take them to be lawyers, and then you go ahead and take them as diplomats. The good thing about these people is that they have set a court for both of you. Thabo Mbeki is talking between Southern Cameroon and La République. The Canadian ambassador is talking between a crisis between Southern Cameroon and La République. Both of them have created a court and supported that court, and that court is Swiss. Now, what is a court? A court is an environment that deals with facts. So whatever they say out there, as long as they end up telling you that go to that court, they are the best. I don't disagree with it in any form. If they were saying that they don't support Swiss, because Swiss is an environment now where it is going to act like our court. How is Swiss going to act like our court? It is where we are going to bring out the papers. It is where we are going to quote the UN charters, the African charters. It is where we're going to present La République Independence Day, La République Day of Admission into the United Nations, our Day of Independence, and our total boundary demarcation. That is the facts. Whether Thabo Mbeki says that what, at the end of the day, he says, go in for that court and look for the root cause. He has never canceled whatever he says, but he has never denounced that court. Whatever he says, he has never refused about you talking about the root cause. Whatever he says, he has never said you to stop fighting. So he is a diplomat, he is a lawyer. His interest is that at the end of the day, these two parties should sit on the table. When you shall sit on the table and bring out a paper from your fight, Thabo Mbeki or the Canadian ambassador is not coming to take it from your hand. It is your evidence and you have the right to present it. That time there will be a jury who is the neutral body. The neutral body is going to look at the facts. You debate your facts, La République debate their facts. That time they are not coming to debate it for you. They are not coming to present your facts for you. So, as long as the Canadians support the Swiss mediation, and as long as the United States or Thabo Mbeki still stand on go to Swiss and look for the root cause, any other statement out there is meaningless. As I said, Ambazonians, these people are lawyers by profession, and they are, let me tell you something that the experience that I have here, particularly with the police and with the immigration. When you approach a US police, you might think that is your uncle. When you approach a UN immigration, the way they treat you, you might think that is your uncle. But he is not working for you. He has something to achieve. What he has to achieve is not declared at the forefront in front of you. But what he wants is to use every diplomacy to extract information from you. They don't come with threat. They are very soft. They are very kind. If you tell them you are hungry, they are going to bring you food and water to drink. They behave as they are your parents. They pamper you, but they are not working for you. They are working for the US government. Yes. They have to behave that way. They don't have to be harsh. Let us not expect them to be harsh. They will never be harsh. Because by training, that is how they are meant to be. Thank you.
Larry, I want to play that audio now because I want the Ambazonian people to listen to that audio that you wanted to play. So now the technical desk is going to play it for us. Let's listen how these enablers with call themselves the my country people, whether my country people or whatever they call themselves. They are working behind the scene to destroy our struggle. These are the enablers, the re-enablers. So I want our technical desk to play it. So let's listen. Yeah.
Your fellow blacklegs. I think say some last time I be let wanna understand say
while the fight Amba Fools and Amba Dogs for Ground Zero will be effective. We come up with ideas like create groups, WhatsApp groups where the Amba Fools will join. Create WhatsApp groups where not only Amba fighters, now all the disguise like Amba Fools, so that if you say people that sponsor them, and we'll see how effective it will be. I will come up with another idea where I be tell when I say, as we fight them for ground, we'll get for the fight them diplomatically as well. So like I be say, we'll get for the send letters for all the authorities and where Amba Fools they depend on. For example, when they send letter like for Thibaut Nash, we to get for send our own. Now that the aim of will make whosoever they receive their letter understand say Anglophone the day where they day against Ambazonia terrorism. The letter and for make them know say Ambazonia in need to represent Anglophones. That was our aim, and we realize it was effective because we make sure say we follow Ambazonians closely. Whatever name they call, we make sure say we contact the person. We send them a copy of the mail, an email or a letter. And when we see, when not be blind for realizing Ambazonian, when they expect a positive result, they always get a response from these authorities. It always break their heart. Not because of we, not because of our letters, and make we keep up. But like I be talk, we know say we evolve. We black legs and we like for always change the dynamics, and we decide for change the dynamics of things. I be tell people say we get for create groups, we get for show the world how divided Ambazonians may be. So we don't decide for now for the use Ambazonians. Like for example, we will destroy Ayabacho reputation. We don't start already. We go write a letter like Ayabacho, I send them for all these authorities. But the content, I'm not going to tell now what the content to be about. You not going to know. And they will want to make, we create some excitement. We go release one of the letters out there, and all he can do is debunk it, as usual. But our aim not for create the panic for Amazonia. Our aim not for destroy and show the division and confusion for the authorities where they depend on. Because we will go float letters to these authorities where they instead they go confuse who be who. We go show the amount of division. I go write like Sako, I sign like Sako, I send them for whatsoever. I go write like Sako, where it go involve Ayaba for crimes where they be committed. Ayaba go point hand for crimes where Sako commit them and that, and the world go see what did happen. At the end of the day, whatever they do, how many meetings they hold, how many letters they write, our own letters will destroy their efforts. So, like I talk, we go frustrate them until they go start get stroke one after another. Yes, that's the aim. I be telling you last time, we'll be the struggle for the.
Thank you.
Stop, like for
because of. Thank you very much. We have listened much about this information, and we can listen, but their aim is just to destroy the struggle, create new WhatsApp groups, and send double letters. Trying to do something like destroying the image of the leaders of the struggle, and trying to show the world that there is confusion within this revolution. But I can say that these people are doing the same thing that all the enablers are doing. Whether you are doing anything to support La Republique, you are doing the same thing as an enabler. There's no difference between somebody going to kill your own fighter or your own brother, or somebody going to work with La Republique. all the enablers are in the same level, because anything you're doing, be it whatever camp you are, if you are not in favor of this revolution, you are an enabler, period. So we have to treat them as the same people. Because when you say, no, this one is a small enabler, this one is a big enabler, this one, no, this one is just a young enabler. There's no young enabler, there's no old enabler. These people doing this thing, like you people mentioned, Frundi, all these people, they are all enablers. All the federalists are enablers. We don't have to, we don't have time to negotiate with federalists. Yes, the more we try to cajole with federalists, you are just rubbing yourself in the mud. So we have to know that. So, Comrade Larry, if you have something about this audio.
Yeah, I could have loved that Ambazonians listen to this audio to an end, because this audio it don't create a lot of we don't overget problem for these enablers them, and people have been believing that there is infighting between us. I will feel say there is, because for me this audio it get to replay on ABC TV for every show where they come on until it sink into every Ambazonians. Make this group too and know now say this thing don't go very widely and people they don't already know. Say if they receive a letter of Dr. Sako accusing Ayabache Lucas, they should be very careful, because that letter should not be coming from Dr. Sako. Or if they see a letter of Ayabache pointing finger at Dr. Sako, they should not just go ahead and believe that it is Ayabache Lucas. This information is supposed to go, because it will affect financial contributions. It will affect Ground Zero, particularly the civilians against our restoration forces. So this is something that we have to fight very seriously. This is for Ground Zero. They say, oh, they want to fight for diaspora. Cooperate. All this word cooperation is because people are seeing the actions of these people and thinking that is something that is existing within us. So that is my take.
Comrade Sama.
The person where call himself whatever say be titles in corner, say be leader of a black leg, say one cause high blood or heart attack among Southern Cameroonians. If I feel listen to your breath well when you made that audio, it already suffer from heart attack. So the only thing where it be loved for you now, that the day we will hear say don't collapse, it die. Because if you know for the suffer from heart attack, he go to talk with a clear voice with me and talk with him. He never talk like it as if it didn't say calabash or the merch say water they move him before it for catch breath. He talk with him. But the information will pass him out. It be left now on genuine Southern Cameroonians where they know what should it be out for. Which we fit take them there. Use them on our advantage. And which we fit throw them. Because this way the guy talk about this fragmentation. Nothing we don't bewitch we from time immemorial and for the last 4 years. When me I be plead with everybody. Say maybe we come together. I be talking we come together because say I want to avoid this thing where this God the man is talking today. But I be no say if we not come together, this thing will come out. If we be together, this one come out, we'll know exactly whose side will they come out. To avoid them. But because we don't be fit for come together because of our ego, but we shall find ourselves today. The enemy use them like an advantage. He implants seeds of discord amongst we. If the enemy he write letters in Mr. Ayabache write them, we pick and say yes that Ayabache write them because he no one foresee Sama Thomas. If you see the one with Sama Thomas, you say yes that Sama Thomas write against Ayabache because he no foresee Ayabache. And by the end of the day, we did knock our heads them together for things we will not know how them come about. but that because of we are division. And they come and they make a plea for all Southern Cameroonians. Say those days where we really fight against each other, we shout at the top of our voices against each other. It don't pass. We need now level-headedness for move forward. For ask yourself one or two questions. When we do this thing yesterday, how it don't help for this revolution? And if we do them the other way around, which will be the outcome? We need level-headed people now for this revolution and not. I discover say when football match it starts, the pace at which football match start with them, enough fit, you don't ever end with that pace. When they play for about 30, 40 minutes, you see the pace for that match it must drop. It be the same with our war of liberation. We don't get into this war for 3 years. Can we sit behind and we calculate our gains? And where we falter, what corrections can we make and move forward in the field of fighting and in the field of politicking? For all goes hand in glove.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to add something here to what Comrade Sama has said. Fellow Ambazonians,
Larry, let me just inform the audience that they can call. Please, you can call and ask your audience some questions, please. Those who want to call 607-483-2448. It's only WhatsApp call, please. Only WhatsApp calls. Okay, go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, at this point, with this audio, we don't get them. I think say we will call on every Ambazonian where he love the restoration of the state of Southern Cameroon, where he want for seaweed to celebrate for Boya. I will call on Ayabatio Lucas. I will call on Ebenezer Akwanga. I will call on Dr. Sako. Say the enemy where it dey inside it don't reveal itself. Me small brother respect elder brother. Me elder brother respect small brother. We Ambazonia go like for year. Ayabatio Lucas take phone call Dr. Sako. We like for year Dr. Sako pick phone call Ebenezer Akwanga. Say this revolution is a God-ordained revolution. Because I don't think say this man be intend this audio for go public. Because it is at their own detriment. But thank God, God will reveal it for we. So it is up to our leaders for no say somebody has been working at the background to knock our head against each other.
Right.
Whatever thing we don't pass, me the level, and let's work together. We have our brothers and sisters in Kunenge. Some are in Douala, some are in Bafusam, some are in Boya, some are in Bamenda. These people need freedom. We need the restoration. We need the restoration of our state. We need to go back home and own our own country and breathe the air of freedom. This white man country there for this will be full of stress. Can they let peace to reign for now?
Thank you.
Now that the enemy has revealed himself.
Thank you, Comrade Larry. I want to read this comment from the White House. One White House personnel called Nelly Adams is a U.S. advisor to the White House. He says, we don't take Cameroon serious because we know there are about 670,000 active Amba boys fighting the government. But the government's GDR center only hosts about 7 ex-combatants. So she's saying that this conflict has no end in sight. And if it persists, Amber Boys will win. So this is coming from the White House of the US, and if you know what we are talking about here is the US government is observing what is going on, and they have seen that the Amber Boys are very active and they are fighting for their freedom. So whatever some people are saying, they don't understand what is happening in the diplomatic world. And I want to tell our people that, the Swiss talk is alive, and we are going to fight and fight and fight till we reach Boya. Comrade Larry, I want to add this so that I ask this to Sama Thomas. Comrade Sama Thomas, what kind of collaboration do you think can really be forged so that we can move to the Swiss with a very solid team? Because when we go to the Swiss Let Talk without a strong coalition, I think that people will be divided, thinking that, oh, this is only a particular group of people. But I think a coalition that will be made up of everyone, as the activist is trying to create, I think that will be a good one. Comrade Sama.
I hate a bunch of pretentious people. The world from time immemorial has been pretending toward the plight of the Southern Cameroon people. The world at large is aware that no revolution has ever taken place without a factionalization. But in solving that problem, you cannot be dwelling on the factionalization of that revolution, but you dwell on the crux of the matter. Let me go to the civil war in South Sudan. When Riek Machar was fighting against the government of South Sudan, headed by Salva Kiir, all of a sudden, a faction broke out from Riek Machar's government and went to work with Salva Kiir, and that person was made the vice president of South Sudan. Did the world cease from negotiating with Dr. Riek Machar because his assistant was working with Salva Kiir? That wasn't the case. And had it been allowed it to persist, after some time, you will get other factions coming out. Would they say they were too factionalized and they cannot deal with them? That was a lie. When John Garang was still alive,
I'll cut you.
Yeah.
While the caller, please, let's listen to the caller. Hello? Yes. Please, can you turn off? Yes, can you lower your volume of your TV, please? Yes. So what's your... Yeah. Yes.
My concern, I'm very happy about the leakage of that audio.
You are calling from where, please?
First of all,
sorry.
From Ground Zero, Victoria.
Okay.
So we at Ground Zero, we have been saying this over and over that the revolution is dying because the leaders have decided to sell us. Because they are fighting among themselves, they are causing us to die on the ground. So with that same audio, it will revive so many people back on the struggle. So what I want us to do is that let this audio go to every fighting group on Ground Zero. Please, every fighting group.
Okay.
Even if it's a fighting group that is under the LG or under Dr. Yabachu or Ebenezer Conga, every fighting group on Ground Zero, let that audio reach them.
Okay.
Let there be total revival of unity in this struggle.
Okay.
Because God has given us another chance. God has given us another chance. If we fail, God will hold you people responsible.
Okay.
Because God is not a man. He said, we do nothing unless he reveals his secret to his servant, the prophet. God has revealed the secret of the end to you people. It's for you people now to bring the secret on ground and for everybody to be aware and educated. Please, let there be love among us. We can fight, we can query. Let that love, that spirit of understanding and oneness and one purpose let it always pull us together. Call everybody back on the train. Every doctor, everybody that is an Amazonia. Because no matter the infight, no matter the hatred, no matter the hate speech, we are all fighting for the same goal. We need liberation. Some are fighting for position at the wrong time, but the truth is that they are fighting at the right thing with the wrong way. So please let this audio be a factor of education for everybody. Thank you people very much. And I want to bless the name of the Lord for this, because I can see that God is answering our prayers speedily. God is answering us speedily. Look at what just happened to Kumba, to the children at Kumba. Look at what just happened to the children. All those things, people understand how the plan of the enemy to destroy us totally. And we thank God because God has vindicated us. Because we have been accusing A, accusing B, then now this thing is to vindicate everybody. So please, let's go back into the train and work together.
Okay.
God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your call. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So, Comrade Sama and Larry, you see, collaboration is what people are looking. But sometimes people have good intentions, but the way their manner of approach make people to suspect them. Everybody want to see all Amazonians together. Everybody come together in a one train to move forward. So, if you heard the caller was trying to talk about those aspects. But let's listen to the second caller. And hello. Okay, Comrade Larry, so what do you have to say about the first caller's comments?
Yeah, one thing I would like to say is that, as I said last Thursday, we are Ambazonians. Che Ayaba is an Ambazonian. Sama Thomas is an Ambazonian. Larry Dancy is an Ambazonian. Dr. Sako, Ebenezer Akwanga, we are all Ambazonians. Yeah. We have the right to fight as brothers, box within ourselves, but it does not give La Republique ownership over our land. If Ayabache Lucas is fighting with Dr. Sako, it is not telling La Republique that you now have the right to own Ambazonia. No. They are brothers. They have the right to fight. We can quarrel and box within ourselves. And there was a time I met Ebenezer Akwanga at the U.S. Congress. I told him, I don't disagree with the fighting. If you people, I told them that you people are going to streets. If you people disagree, go into the house, lock the door, box. When you people box finish, you come out as one. Because people will always disagree. Brothers will always quarrel. So what I want to tell
yes, sorry, Larry, let's listen to the other caller. Hello? Yeah, where are you calling from, sir? All right. Yes, go ahead with your comment or questions.
We are not hearing.
The message should be sent out to everybody so that they should be aware. But I also follow the fact that you said this message should be played. Comrade Larry said this message should be repeated on ABC time and time and time again so that everybody should get this message. But I also have a problem when it comes to the ABC business, because I want to advocate that why is it that all our activists cannot be brought to to sensitize the population using the ABC platform so that we have a single channel of communication? Because with this, it's going to be easy for these guys to come in and repeat these messages as an info, whatever they want to preach to the people. Because why I say that is because a number of people that are followers, for example, to Jacob on Facebook, might not be followers to Akaba, might not be followers to UN, might not be followers to Paul the Law, etc., etc. But if we make these people, come out on a platform, ABC platform, it is easy for everybody to get this information without waiting from another comrade to, probably get some info from one of the activists and then forward it to the next activist, to the next comrade before that comrade get that information. But if we now have, like Chris Arnold talked about, the ABC app that is going, it is already on Google Play Store. If everybody then get that app store, he is not going to be bothered to be trying to, start following the other activists individually, because they know that this is where the information will be coming from. As easy as that, and then information will be disseminated as quick as possible, and then counteract all what enablers are trying to do to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. That was a nice point. The ABC TV is a people's platform, and I can tell you that everybody can come to ABC and you create a program. This program was my personal initiative, so you can come to ABC TV at any time and create your own show and tell the Ambassador people what you think about the struggle. So any activists, all the activists are open. They are always, whether it's whoever you want to call, they are always coming to ABC TV. So I hope that is very clear about that. Comrade Sama, so can you add something about what the caller was trying to say?
Yeah, okay. Before Sama comes in, I was about to end something here. Yeah, something that I have to tell Ambazonian is that there's no hall in Switzerland that can accumulate all Ambazonians. As we have prepared a team to go to Swiss, Chief Ayamba told us that when you have your leaders and you entrust them with the powers, you entrust them with the power to keep their secret. We all cannot be going to Switzerland. Some people have to go represent us. But what we are saying is that we are calling on everybody to come on board with good faith. But we are not going to say that because we need everybody on board, we are not going to scrutinize. We are still going to, okay.
Just a minute. Let's listen to this caller. Let's speak about 3 calls before we stop and listen, please. Yes, caller. Yeah, where are you calling from, sir? Okay, Northern Zone Bamenda. Thank you. So what's your contribution, sir? Yes, good evening.
We are not hearing you.
The potentiality of Ambazonia. This is something I believe if Ambazonians get to know what we have as a people, I'm very, very sure that even those black legs will cease to become black legs. Listen, Ambazonians, can you hear me?
The audio is, yes, I'm getting you, but the audio is not clear.
We can manage it that way. Let him drop and call again.
Yeah. Caller, let me call you back and see maybe the audio can change. Let me call you back. Yeah. Hello? Yes. Yes, I'm getting you now. Right.
Know that is a gift from God Almighty. This is the time for Ambazonia to realize the enemy that has been within, the methods of the enemy. But more importantly, what to do about the enemy? It is time for unity and collaboration that we have been yearning for. It's time for unity and collaboration. That's what we are all crying for. The enemy we have is no enemy. It is because of our divisions, our infighting, because of the enablers that this war is going on. I tell you the truth. If we don't have this division, this war will be over in the record. There's no doubt about that. So please, know the leader, let let the leaders cut on this audio and become the single leadership of the country. The leaders have been summarized. We can stand and see ourselves in Boya. That's what we can do as a family. Where we can even discuss South Sudan and Boya. No problem. We will resolve it or do by the place of the government. We will never decide it Sudan. But Boya first, please. It is very clear.
Okay.
And then secondly, let me tell you, I've studied a lot about the potential, the resources of Ambazina. Let me give you one example. Let me say Ambazina. One example of what we have as people. Ambazina has a fleet in Africa. The highest gas reserve in Africa. Yes, gas reserve in Africa. And that's what we're talking about. Not just about team as well. Gas reserve. Amazonia has got gas reserve of 4.7 trillion cubic meters. If that gas is liquidated today, we have $70 billion.
Wow.
$70 billion. Yes. Yes. Go and find out. This is what Amazonia should know. So I don't know why people are becoming black experts. People are fighting among themselves, fighting to balance our food. We have more than enough for all Amazonia. So I'm talking just about the gas reserve. Next time I'll talk about the oil reserve.
All right.
This is what I've been having from.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the call. All right. All right. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. So, comment, Larry. So you had the caller. Yeah, just yes. Go ahead with your comment, Larry, before Sama Thomas comes.
Yeah, I didn't get the caller very well, but I know that he was passing a very pertinent information. But all is that there is the word collaboration.
Exactly.
We are also telling every Ambazonian that why our door, especially the doors of Team Act, are open to receive everybody in. We are not also considering the audio that we just heard. We are not just going to accept everybody in, because these people are going to design different strategies. Immediately after they hear that this audio is already in circulation, they know that we have some of their tricks. They are going to design other strategies. So we are saying that we have to be very conscious the way we take people in. Our doors are open for everybody. Every county has LGS, LGA executive. You have to go start participating from your LGA. You can go to the county level, you can go to the zonal level, or even to the national level. But you cannot tell me that your LGA does not know you.
1 minute, comrade. Let's pick this caller. Hello? Please. Can you lower your volume of, just lower the volume of your TV, please? Yeah, go ahead. Yes. You're calling from where, sir? Okay, all right. Thank you for your call.
We need some collaboration. If we need collaboration, these people will pack up and go. You know what I'm saying? The problem that I'm saying is just that we lack collaboration here. Like, for instance, when this struggle started, they think that they use 4 months or 3 months to structure. But since now that we are more than 4 months now, more than 4 years. So we need collaboration, as you earlier said. If we have collaboration, we will succeed. We will get to Buya very soon. Because one of the regimes told me that the problem that we have here is just lack of collaboration. That we need to be collaborated. When we collaborate, we will be reaching Buya sooner as later. So I thank you for the suggestion that we have there on studio. So please send out the information. We should be collaborate.
Okay.
That's the problem.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for your call. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just one more call, then we'll just round up. Yeah, with your comments, please. Yeah, hello. Yeah, where are you calling from? Okay. Yes, go ahead with your comment or questions.
No, what I would say is that those who call and talking about collaboration, they should know very well that there is no success with that. There is no success without negative. Hello?
Yeah, I'm getting you. Go ahead.
Yeah, there is no success. There is no success without positive, negative, and neutral. And you know very well that even in South Africa, you have the Zulus that praise Mandela for the issue of this apartheid thing. Even in Nigeria, you have one of all the Rima faction. There is nothing that can go success with that negativity. They must be negative people. And if collaboration are coming out, you have to be very careful. You can get somebody thinking that you are coming because you want to collaborate, come and destroy everything. The thing that in anything that is going ahead, people who are carrying it ahead to consolidate that particular group that are uniting themselves to take the people to wherever they want to take the people, they should continue and not in that very group, but they should have a future in that very group. That very group should continue carrying people ahead. Even in any country, look at America. America is united. You have the Republicans and the Democrats. There's trouble there in America, but very soon tomorrow you see them talk fine.
Right.
Even in the Cameroon, how many political parties are there? There are about 250 political parties. But no one can run the country. You have the negative, you have positive and neutral. That gives you the life. But if you take the positive, that works more. You need that negativity, that neutral. You cannot have the light. People should not call and look at collaboration to come usually. No. There is no success without negativity inside. And there is no success without neutral inside. The thing is that when the intelligent ones are ahead, let them continue and solve the problem. Let them be very careful that let the intelligent ones are really taking the problem. Let nobody inside that intelligent group to become a traitor. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for that brilliant comment. So so just take the last caller, then we'll end. Comrade Sama, can you give some response? So let's round up. I thank all the callers. Comrade Sama.
Okay. Yeah. In fact, this issue of collaboration, what is killing us from collaborating is the fact that A or B does not want to allow B or A pursue his line of action. We are in the business of condemning the line of action of our brothers, and of that action is geared toward the liberation of the Southern Cameroons. For us to collaborate in an effective manner is for each and every one of us to accept the most little step that we've taken to push this liberation forward. By not, if you don't have something to contribute in that action, don't condemn it. That has always been my position from time immemorial. There was a time the SCNC cross-examined me to check when Dr. Ayaba in 2003 formed, or Dr. Akwanga formed a government in Nigeria. The SCNC wanted to know my position in that government. I told the SCNC, but what they really wanted from me was to condemn the action of Dr. Akwanga. I told them, I am not part of that government. I don't know the motive behind the formation of that government, and I am not the one to condemn it. I should wait for the future to see what becomes of that government before I will now be able to appreciate or condemn that government. And I've always been doing this inside the Southern Cameroon struggle. By the moment we will learn that what I do, you must not condemn it, but sit and watch where I am heading to. When it is good, you appreciate it. When it is bad, you say, but I knew this was going to happen, than condemn it now. We should come up. The Swedes have shown or extended a hand of fellowship to us, that they want to mediate between us and Republic Cameroon. whether it is bad or good. Let us go there and see what is on the table before coming out to condemn it. Going to that table is not to go and accept everything on that table and find out that what is on that table does not favor us. We have the right to pull out of it, but we must not turn away from it by condemning it. That is a very bad attitude from all of us. I will appreciate anything if the comes up with that is genuine and put into the market square for everything. You cannot be condemning what I'm illusion to me. I cannot accept it. Hold the bird in your hand and you tell me this is bird. Come and let us see what we can do with the bird. And I will appreciate it. But if I'm holding a bird, you say, no, the bird you are holding in your hand is worthless. Let us go chasing, allow it to fly while we go chasing the thousand in the bush. That is not logical enough. So please, I'm pleading with all Southern Cameroonians, come, let us struggle to come together and see what we can do. If haven't been able because of collaboration, let us jump down, climb down from our high horses and look at the bigger picture and see how we can safeguard it and not our little ego.
Thank you for that conclusion. Comrade Larry, your last word before we let me close. Thank you very much.
I want to go by the last caller who says that yes, collaboration is good, but we should not expect 100% collaboration because people must always have different versions and different ideas. We are all fighting that there should be enough collaboration. 60%, 70%, 80% is a pass mark. So we are working that there should be enough collaboration, but I will insist we are also conscious of the fact that there are agents out there ready to get through our doors in the name of collaboration. Get me right. There are agents of La République out there who want to use that same name collaboration to walk into our house. Therefore, if somebody is turned away and turned back at the door, there should be a reason why that person is turned out. Either is a suspect or has been found guilty and is not allowed in. And don't expect somebody to come out there and with a microphone to tell you that this person was turned away because of this and that. And that person who has been turned away is going to come out there and give a different impression. What Comrade Sama is saying is that into every message, we must get a good judgment and a good decision to take. Yes, collaboration is good. We are also afraid La République has agents in our uniforms, singing our anthem, carrying our flags, and they are going to take the opportunity of the fact that we want collaboration to just walk into our group. As from the audio that we just heard, they have infiltrated all WhatsApp group. How did they infiltrate all these WhatsApp groups? They infiltrate all these WhatsApp groups because these WhatsApp groups are created to mobilize and organize people together, and they take advantage of those WhatsApp groups. So it is the same thing, creating a forum of collaboration. They are still going to walk in. So we are going to be very conscious. We are going to be very careful. We are going to be very selective. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very brilliant panelists. And I can't wait to see you here next week, Saturday, because we have a lot to discuss. But because of time, I want to wish you all, man, all the wishes, all the viewers all over the world, in Africa, in Ground Zero. Know that this war was declared to us by President Biya. And for the past 4 years, over 15,000 Southern Cameroonians have been killed. Don't forget. And several thousand, we have refugees in Nigeria, all over the world. We have ethnic cleansing going on. So I want to let you know that we have had a lot of massacre of our people, from Guzang to Batibo to Babanki to Pinin, Bamenda, Bafut, Ngabu, Bui, Kumba, all over Amazonia. So don't forget, we have to fight terrorist boya. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope all of you next week. See you next week, same time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.